When I was a wee lad, I started FLVS homeschooling in 7th grade. It was online homeschooling, all on the computer, right? And beforehand, every grade I did, preschool, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, this was done at school. And I was actually a bit popular. I was semi-popular. It was a weird popularity. I'm not going to get too far into it in this video, but in any case, all you need to know is that I had gained some level of social skills. And those completely fell down the drain once I started homeschooling. And this led to me not being able to muster up the courage to not talk to people in general. Not only women, but people in general. I have two stories for you. I'm going to tell you how bad I was at just mustering up the courage to talk to people, but also my experiences talking to women. That story is really bad. Really, really bad. Anyways, okay. So, first story is a basketball court story. So this happened multiple times. We would go to the basketball court, right? And if you've been there, there's a thing called downs. Basically, when a game is going on, you can say, hey, I got downs. And whoever, you replace the team that loses. You pick people or you have people that come with you, right? And my cousins, I would go with them. They would usually call for downs, right? And the reason why is not because they took the initiative to. It's because I refused to. I was so scared. Because all you have to do is the game's going on and say, yo, does everyone have downs? They say yes, you go find the person who has the last down and go after him. If they say no downs, like, okay, I got downs. That's all you got to do. But I was so terrified. I didn't want to say that. I would walk around the basketball court. I would just look over and be like, I would just look around and I would just wait for my cousin to do it for me. That's how scared I wasn't even able to do that. And of course, I extrapolate to other things. I wasn't able to ask for basic things. My ball would roll over to another court, and it's supposed to say, hey, ball. And then it would throw it back to you, say thank you, and basic stuff, right? I didn't even do that. I would just let the ball roll over to them, or I would, walk myself over there to go get it. I literally couldn't even do that. That's how down bad I was. But that's not even as good as this story. Well, good for you, bad for me. I don't want to tell the story, but alright, so I was at the court. Another basketball court story. And there was this girl on the fence. And she was looking at me for a very long time. And I made my first mistake. And that was not just going up to talk to her. We kind of made eye contact. I looked at her. She looked at me. I looked away. And then I started doing like laps around the basketball court. And dude. Eventually, I went up to her and I started talking to her. And it went terribly. So I was like, hey, how you doing? Or something like that. Something stupid. She was like, hey, what's up? I was like, how you doing? Then she was like, oh, what's up? And then I did the same thing again. I asked her the same thing 3 times. Like, how are you doing? He's like, hey, what's up? Like, just back and forth 3 times. Then I forget how exactly it went on after that, but I think I asked for a number just straight up. And she said, oh, I'm a Christian. I don't do that. I'm like, oh, she's a Christian. Bam. That's my angle. So then I started asking, like, oh, what's your favorite chapter of the Bible? And I forgot what I don't remember what she said. Then I was like, oh, mine is Matthew. And then I kept going a little bit. And I don't know, the conversation ended, I guess. It was really, really awkward. Really, really bad. And and then me being the genius I am, my phone was in my cousin's car, and I was going with him. I was going to leave. I was like, oh, wait, I'm going to get this girl's number. So, despite how terribly the conversation went, despite literally no, like, yeah, she looked at me, but that was it. This whole conversation, she was so uninterested. It went terribly. Terrible. God. And me being the genius I am, I got my phone, and I walked up to her. She was shooting it was like shoot around before games at the court. And I asked her to put her number in my phone, and she said, oh, I can give you my Instagram. And at that point, I was like, oh, You really gonna hurt my feelings like that? And I said it in kind of a joking way. So I guess that was probably the best thing. I kind of water off a dove's back. That's my, or duck's back rather. That's my one accomplishment for this. I didn't, I didn't come down with crippling depression. All right, but and I went back in my car. And my cousin asked me, "Oh, what happened?" I was like, I don't want to talk about it. So I tell you those stories just to tell you my starting point, okay? And I know this video isn't necessarily about talking with women, and that will be a video for another time. But this will carry over to talking to women as well, because the reason why I wasn't able to have a conversation with that girl is for the same reasons why I had a very difficult time approaching people in general. Okay, so I'm gonna first tell you. All right, everyone's gonna BS you on YouTube. They're gonna be like, hey, this is 10 ways to, I don't know, approach a woman and get her number. It's like, oh, you gotta say this exactly. That doesn't work. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what you have to do. The only way you can get over it, right? Then I'm actually gonna address the things you need to hear. All right. So this is gonna be a bit different. Buckle up. If you don't have a seatbelt on the chair, I feel bad for you. I pity you. Not only for women, for people in general, there's the only way you're going to get over it. You need to walk up to them and talk to them. I know it's not necessarily what I wanted to hear, but I know exactly what you're thinking, most likely. If you clicked on this video, I know what you're thinking. Because this was younger me, okay? What you're thinking is, oh, well, I know, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. It's really hard to do that. And that's actually what I'm going to help you with in this video. So I'm not going to BS you with some pickup lines or, say this every time. That's all BS. I'm actually going to tell you how to get over it. So, first, I'm going to address some Christians watching this video and be like, are you telling Christians to be pickup artists? That's really wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Don't be a liberal Christian loser. You said loser. Secatil. He called me a secatil. Yeah. Listen. This is a facade for fear. When Christians say, hey, you shouldn't go up to girls and talk to them, right? That is just a facade for fear, because they don't want to talk to girls. They're just like how I was. But instead of actually having some balls and working on yourself in order to get over the fear, they say, well, that's of the world. That's wrong. It's like, bro, whether you're a Christian or you're not, to get a wife, you're going to have to talk to some girls. Okay? I'm not saying sleep with a bunch of girls. I'm not saying be a player. I'm not saying lie to them. I'm saying in order to get a wife, we have to talk to some girls. Okay? And pick one. Christian or not. Alright? Player or not. If you want to have females around you and actually have an opportunity to start a family, you're going to have to talk to some girls. Alright? So don't fall for these Christians who are like, oh, you can't talk about this on a Christian YouTube channel. Yes, I can. I do whatever I want. Alright, now, I'm actually going to get to the stuff that's going to help you. So, the actual number one. Stop watching explicit content. A little nasty. You be watching Victoria Cakes, don't you? A little nasty. Talking to my younger self right now. A little nasty boy. Why? She's not even... Anyways. Don't look up her name, by the way. If you don't know who that is, good. That's a good thing. Okay? Trust me. That's a good thing. Now, I know this may have seemed out of left field, right? But this is for your life in general. Alright? I made a full video about how to quit. It's an addiction video, how I got over it. But as for relevance of specific video topic, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to want you to answer honestly, okay? Is the guy who effortlessly talks to women, approaches them, let's just leave it at that. Is that guy a cuck? If you don't know what a cuck is someone who watches other women, or other men with his wife or his girl. Do you think that cuck will be able to, go up to women and be confident like you want to be, like James Bond, all suave? No, right? Well, guess what? Whether it's softcore, where you're on TikTok and you're scrolling and see a girl, doing a dance and her titties are bouncing around, or you're literally watching a male and a female go at it. Hopefully not two males. Okay, then you're really far gone. But, a male and a female going at it, that's literally turning you into a cuck. Because what are you doing? You're just spectating. I saw a funny meme. I don't have a phone prop. I'm gonna use. What can I use? I'm gonna use this old hard drive. Okay. Bro. Hopefully I didn't. And this is the phone. Okay, let me unplug this cable. You know that meme? I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like your favorite sleeping position is this, and it's like your phone and you're just watching, right? It's like you're recording. You're recording the thing and watching. That is literally what explicit content conditions you to do. Because think about it, you're just watching. Your brain is being programmed to just watch and get off to that. It's not being programmed to, feel a girl and stick your wiener in her. It's not being programmed to do that. It's programmed to just watch other people do it. Or have a girl, dance in front of you and not give you any action. That's it. That's what's conditioning you to do. And of course, there's other stuff like mental fogginess, stress, confidence, all this stuff. This stuff will significantly hinder your progress in life. But as for this specific video, it's going to hinder your progress in terms of approaching women. So, you need to kick it. If you don't know how to start, if you don't know how to do it, I was addicted for literal years, okay? Watch my video about how to quit. That's what you gotta do. You have to quit. No, it'll take away my Victoria cakes. I'm taking it away. Next. Number 2. Stop overthinking. And there's a few sub-points I want to go over for this. So, I used to be a chronic overanalyzer and overthinker. Alright, this is exactly... I'm going to go back to the basketball court story. With the woman. The girl. The reason why that went so terribly is because I was overthinking. When I saw her and I looked at her, and we locked eyes, I should have just approached. Because, she was looking at me for quite a while. Should have just approached. But no. I overthought and I was like, I don't know what to say. So I just started, doing laps around like a little retard. And then when I finally got up to her and started talking to her, I just started thinking, what should I say? What should I say? What should I say? Hi. Such an idiot, bro. I was just overthinking everything. So there's a few ways to get over the overthinking. 1, visualize. Okay, I know visualizing may seem out of left field once again. Okay? But the reason why everything's out of left field is because everyone lies. Okay? Visualization is very important because you visualize anyways. Okay, think about this. Go back to my story. I was visualizing me trying to figure out what I was going to say. What was in my mind? What am I going to say? What am I going to say? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Because I thought that and manifested into reality to where I didn't know what to say. And this is not law of attraction, manifestation. I imagine $1 million in my bank and there's $1 million. No, it's not that any of that BS. But this is real. Okay, I was literally thinking in my head, I don't know what to say. I go up to her and I don't know what to say, literally. Okay, so instead, you need to visualize the proper thing. Alright, most people are going to visualize them trying to figure out what to say, like I did. What you need to do is visualize you getting the desired end result. So that could just be having a nice conversation. So, I don't know. I'll apply it to the story I told you earlier. I have this girl, okay? And I talked to her. This is one visualization in my head. I talked to her, and she liked me. She gave me her phone number, and I'm walking away from the basketball court. I'm happy, and she's happy. That's what I visualize. I'm not visualizing, me saying the perfect thing, or how the conversation is going to go, or where I'm going to say the first thing, or, how the way I'm going to walk to approach it. All that stuff's natural. I just visualize the end result I'm going to get. When you get good at that, maybe you can start visualizing, saying the perfect thing and whatever. But at the start, just focus on the end result you want. So visualize. And also, have a proper self-image. Because when you have the self-image of you being the man, are you really going to overthink with some chick? Because that's the truth about all these girls. They're just some chick. It's just some chick. That girl was just some chick. When you're the man, when you believe you're the man, I know some people are like, this is cringe, red pill stuff. It's true. Okay, when you believe you're the man, who cares? Even if she rejects you, who cares? She doesn't know who I am. If she knew who I was, she wouldn't reject me. That's the mindset you gotta have. When you have that mindset, how can you overthink approaching a girl? Now, it takes time to develop this mindset. And visualization. I said visualize for just the interactions in general. But you need to visualize on a grander scale as well. Affirm yourself. Think about yourself. Think about the end goals you want. You are gonna get that. You have that in some sense. Think that. You're the man. When you have that, you're going to act like it. Now, again, you have to be smart about what I'm telling you. Don't be one of these idiots who go around saying, I'm a doctor, and they end up, walking into some doctor's office, I don't know, cutting off some girl's boobs because she thinks she's a man. I don't know. Okay, don't do that. Don't be stupid. Just be smart about this. Be smart about everything I'm saying. I know you're smart. I know you can comprehend what I'm saying. Next, meditate. So meditating is kind of a meme in the self-improvement community. I guess I'm a self-improvement YouTuber, unfortunately. I hate the connotation, but you do need to meditate a little bit. And you don't have to go outside and, do this and cross your legs like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything like that. Just simply sit down or stand up and focus on your breath. Like, just focus on your breath. In, out. And if you start thinking about how Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, just go back to your breath. Now, I better not be a little nasty thinking about Victoria cakes. Your mind better not go there. Next, do hard things. So this is the last point, sub-point of overthinking, okay? You have to do hard things because this is going to build discipline, all right? When you're disciplined, you have more control over your thoughts and what you do. Like I said earlier, overthinking is a symptom of visualizing the wrong things and thinking the wrong things. So, and not only that, it also builds confidence. Remember, when you have confidence, you need to combine your self-image with actually doing hard things. If you need more information about self-image, watch my video about self-image. My throat is not gonna finish that sentence. It's gonna sound gay. Pause. All right. But yeah, do more hard things. It's gonna help build confidence for your self-image. But also, if you're doing hard things every single day, and not those type of hard things, don't be weird, okay? But if you do hard things every single day, eventually, other things are just gonna become easy. For example, maybe right now, it's really hard for you just to get in the gym and do one set of, bicep curl. But if you end up becoming the guy who can go into the gym every single day and work out every single day, eventually, doing one set of bicep curls is going to seem like nothing. It's kind of like that. Some things just become easy once you do harder things. So next, number 3. Use your friends. If you have friends that do good with women, ask them questions. If they're actually your friends, it won't be weird. I know it's kind of weird to talk about it and ask them questions about it, but they're your friends, okay? If they're actually your friends, they're not going to care. Like, oh yeah, they're actually going to want to help you, okay? I have a friend, very good friend of mine, very, very good friend of mine, and he was telling me a story about how, or not so much a story, but his experience. He's told me stories, but so much his experience, and this is one of the big things I've gotten from him, his experiences with sleeping with women, because he slept with a decent amount. I'm not going to call him a man whore, but some would. But on a serious note, he's telling me about how it's not really that fulfilling, and in fact, I did a whole interview with him on my old channel, right? These people are valuable. People who've gone through things are valuable because they allow you to time travel. It's the same thing with business, okay? When you're talking to someone who already has achieved good things in business, he can tell you the mistakes he made, and then you won't make the same mistakes, assuming you aren't a retard. That's a very valuable thing. So use your friends, okay? And ask them whatever questions come to your mind, even if you think they're stupid. Because remember, at the start, everyone asks stupid questions. Next. Number 4, I think. I think I lost track, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, that is number 4. Okay. So, understand the goal, okay? The goal is to approach the woman, not to sleep with the woman and have 15 kids, okay? And plus, how could you even imagine that in the first place? Imagine this girl has 20 bodies and you didn't know about that. Is that a woman you want to have 15 kids with? Some of you say, oh, 15 kids, that's crazy. I'm going to have 15 kids, all right? I'm the man. In any case, understand the goal. The goal is to approach. And this goes back to overthinking. When you think about, oh, is she going to like me? Is she going to, is she going to do this, do that? I got to do this, I got to do that, What if she's my girlfriend? What if she's my wife, etc.? This is why everything else is important, because you need to tell your brain to shut the hell up. Because your goal is to just approach. Your goal is just to walk up to the woman, get your feet, command your feet to walk to the woman and say, hi, shake her hand. I do my handshakes on like this, not like this. Like this. But in any case, I don't know why I brought that up. But, the goal is to approach. You just go up there and start talking to her. Even if it goes terrible, you still completed the goal. Even if she says, ew, you're ugly, and she leaves. Which, I think you might have done something wrong in that case. But even then, it's like, okay, the goal was completed. You approached the woman. Maybe you can learn something from the experience, but you completed the goal. Who cares? Okay, because everyone gets too worried about rejection, what she's going to say, what you have to say. Forget about it. The goal is to approach. And once you start approaching, it's going to be so easy. You're not going to care anymore. Now, number 5, work on yourself. Now, my experiences come after this. So, for a very long time, I was a normie. Watch my life story video to understand this in more detail, but for a very long time, I was a normie. So, normal dude. Yeah, I'm 17 right now, so this is like 13, 14, 15. So, you could say I was young, but I look older. I guess as you can see, I look like a grown man. But this was my experience, okay? I was a normie. I walked around looking like a geek, and no one cared about me. Literally, no one gave a damn. They wouldn't stop to shake my hand. They wouldn't look at me. Just another dude, okay? When I started working on myself, because I had a very good genetic base, as you can tell, I had a bunch of crap cover my face, like bad grooming, fat, etc. Bad haircuts, not taking care of my hair, stuff like that. And once I started fixing all of that, and started actually putting some nice clothes on, people started caring about me. And specifically for this video, I'm talking about how girls started caring about me. Because this story, the story of the basketball court happened after this. So, part of the reason why I was able to get into it is because I understood, okay, I'm attractive and women are, like, for example, the girl at the basketball court was staring at me. Girls don't stare at dudes who are ugly, unless they look absolutely ridiculous, right? Even that, it's it's kind of obvious what their intention is, but in any case, once I started becoming more attractive, women started caring more about me, so it became much easier to approach, okay? Now, some people may say this is shallow or whatever, but it's true, okay? If you are attractive, and you have women staring at you and looking at you, giving you signals and smiling at you, it's much easier to approach them, right? So, you should work on yourself, because it's going to make things a lot easier to approach. Okay, and I understand some of you may talk about your genetics, how you don't look like this, how you don't look like that. I truly do believe everyone can get up to a level to where at least some women will look at them and give them some signals. Okay? Unless you have, like, cerebral palsy, and I always make this joke, like, you're like this, and like, okay, fine, bro, you fine. No girl's gonna look at you. Maybe they'll look at you and laugh, but oh well. Maybe you can find another girl with cerebral palsy, and you guys can make, like, a cerebral palsy baby. But in any case, work on yourself, okay? It'll make things easier. Now, I'm going to tell you the last thing. Number 6. Damn it. Number 6, whatever. Fix that. Look like alfalfa. Anyways, be happy about this fear you have. I know, again, out of left field, I am so amazing. I always surprise you, don't I? But you have to be happy about this fear, because you're going to look back on it. Like, I look back at the basketball court story with the woman and the girl, whatever, and it is pretty embarrassing. But in one sense, I'm actually happy it happened, because now I can look back and be like, oh, well, look at me. I used to be a loser. Now I'm not. That wouldn't happen to me now. I've made progress in my life. So, if you're someone who has this fear right now, understand, if you actually try and actually put in the effort, in a few years from now, you'll be like, oh, look at younger me. I've come so far. I used to have this massive fear, and now it's completely vanquished. That is a very nice thing. And that's going to help you keep going. So, be happy about this fear. It gives you an opportunity to learn, and you know what? If you didn't have this fear, a lot of the people watching this video would have never found my channel. So I think that's really one of the best reasons to like this fear. So you wouldn't have seen me. Alright? Now, if you want further help, link in the description to the Discord. Build back Christian men, okay? If you want to be a strong Christian man, you have to be willing to approach some women, okay? Because part of it, I do believe, is getting a nice wife and starting a nice family. At least for most people. that'll be a part of the journey. And if you want that, you have to talk to some girls, like I said earlier. So, Built by Christian Men, join the movement, link in the description to the Discord. Check out the must-watch videos. They're going to help you with all the surrounding stuff of this video. The other links in the description. Subscribe. Do everything because I'm amazing. Those are my call to actions. See you next video.